It's time for another Lego convention, folks. It's the first Brick Festival of the year. This is Loughborough Brick Festival. It's already going on behind me. We're in on an early bird ticket. Let's go and have a little rummage around, shall we? So this is the first Brick Festival event of the year. I've been to a couple of national brick events already, but Brick Festival events had January off, but as it is now February, they are up and running. I think this is one of 2 or 3 events they've got going on this weekend. This one is at Loughborough University on a massive tennis court. As you can see, it's a big open room, lots of space, nicely not crowded, but there is still a lot going on in the way of traders. If we do a little bit of a scan of the room, you can see we've kind of got traders all around the outside, plus filling in this little middle area as well. And then we've got little activity areas around at the side here. Just behind me here is the colouring zone, which we don't need to go in the colouring zone. What we do need to do is try and find some goodies. So I think I'm going to head over to one corner so I can plan my attack properly and see what we can find. As I walk over again, you can see there's activities and things going on throughout the day. This schedule of events, you can get bits of event merch and bits and bobs there. And we do have a few MOCs and displays and bits and bobs around. We've got a nice little Marvel Avengers thing going on there. A very cool Lego City retail display box there. But now we are into a corner and into the traders. So let's see what we can find. I'm not looking for anything specific today. If anything, similar to last week when I was in Northampton, I think I was in last week. I'm trying to avoid spending money, but sometimes I am just forced into it if I find something really, really good. Like, for example, a massive football stadium. Luckily, I already have that one. That's actually less than I paid for it, though. To be fair, it is a pre-owned one. They've got some of the SpongeBob sets as well. I think it was only in a recent video I was saying I'd rarely seen SpongeBob stuff at events. It's always the way. As soon as I mention it, we start seeing it show up. It's not just rare and retired stuff either. We've got some current stuff as well, an authorized Lego retailer who are selling currently available stuff. I mean, they do have some of the gifts for purchase and promo sets and things down at the bottom as well, but on the whole, it is current retail product at pretty close to current retail price. Well, I think that's £5 less than it is in the Lego store, for example. I'll tell you what, the more I mooch around this stall, the more I think I need to show a bit more of it, because we regularly get comments on these videos about all of these conventions always being massively overpriced. But I think just about everything on here is below current retail price. So they deserve a little bit of credit. In fact, there you go. There's a sign to verify it. All stock at 10% off RRP. So you can actually come in and get yourself a little bit of a bargain, which I acknowledge is a little bit of a rarity when you come to a Lego event, but well worth checking out. We also have what I would estimate to be approximately a gazillion minifigures over there, which always draw the eye. So I'm not gonna get too close, too involved. I've got him now. There he is, look. We could make an army of them. There's quite a few of these former retail display cases just kind of scattered around the place. We've already seen one. There's one there as well. We've got a couple more over there. I think they're quite cool. I like them. And then, of course, we've got bits and bobs here as well, including the Valentine's Day gift with purchase, which I couldn't get in the Lego store yesterday because they'd run out, even though the promo is still going. And now I'm seeing it all over here. I want my Valentine's Day box. As is usually the way at these events, we've got a big old pick-a-brick section as well. So we've got a load of loose bricks, £8 to fill up a massive cup of pick-a-brick, which is jolly nice. And then again, into some more sets over here. This all seems kind of newish stuff again. There's no mega old rare stuff there. And as you know, I'm always looking for the mega old rare stuff. What did I say? Mention the name once in a video and then it will just appear everywhere you look. We've got SpongeBob himself, another SpongeBob set there. That's all we're gonna see now. We've got the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine, which always tempts me at these events. And then again, loads of minifigs, Speed Champions and bits and bobs down the bottom here. And the Beatles Yellow Submarine set, which I'm still tempted by. but I'm going to try and avoid. Although we do go on a cruise in a few days, and that might just be the best set to build at sea. So maybe today's the day I do finally take the plunge on it. There's also a few of the Bricklink designer program sets here. So we've got the a few bits more. I can't see the prices on them. There we go. So they're a bit buried. That's the one I'm after, the general store, but I don't £330 want a general store. So I think I can probably live without that. Some retired brickheads there as well. I am officially fascinated by these. I think they're very cool. It's got a knob on it as well. I do like a knob. Oh, you can twiddle the knob. That's lovely stuff. And then we've got these, I guess 3D printed, giant size. They're like the mini ones that came in the advent calendar. In fact, there you go. You've got the mini ones in front and then the big 3D printed ones behind, which are really cool. I like that. And then we've got another knob for me to have a go on over here. What does this one do? There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Had a nice little school bus. I have a graffiti wall over in the corner, where you can just put whatever you want on the wall. And then over here, a MOC, which is a large green area. I think that's probably, and I'm very much no expert, is that a Lord of the Rings thing? To me, that's what I would describe as a hobbit hole. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings, just like all popular movies. Here's my usual shot of the Star Wars stuff, where I don't know which of it is rare, which of it is good, which of it is well priced, but you lot love to see it. So we have to show you the Star Wars bits and bobs as though there is loads of it. But we also have some non-Star Wars stuff over there. We've got the Flintstone set. There's the Yellow Submarine again, which is a little bit more here than it was at the other one. So I think my best price today for Yellow Submarine is $220. It's $255 here. But behind it, I can see the Disney train and station. Underneath a Simpsons house and a Quickie Mart, and goodness me, I want all of them. This whole section here looks very much like it's targeted at me. So we've got the Disney train with the Simpsons stuff, the Ghostbusters firehouse, the Tower Bridge that Anna only got recently, a bunch of retired modulars. They've even got the 1950s Bricklink diner and that big Ferris wheel. This is a great assortment of very cool retired sets, some of the older Bricklink stuff at the bottom there as well. They even got the Batman movie Arkham Asylum, which of course we're getting a new Arkham Asylum this year, so I can probably hold off on that one now. That had been on my wanted list for a while. And here's my guy SpongeBob again. I mean, there's an absolute sea of the stuff. I'm never mentioning again that I've not seen something at an event for a while. That's not the worst price I've seen on the Mystery Machine. That's one that always tempts. A topic of rare and retired stuff. We have got some old stuff here. That castle, that blacksmith, the Red Baron. I mean, it's all very, very expensive, but if you're looking, I mean, some of this stuff you just don't see at these events. Pirates of Barracuda Bay for $550 though. That is extraordinarily expensive. I bought that on eBay last year for half that maybe. So like I always say, when you come to these events, don't be afraid to get your phone out, compare it with online prices, compare the different retailers within the show. Don't be afraid to haggle. A lot of the traders will take a deal, especially if their starting price is super high. It's because they're leaving themselves some room to offer you a discount. But even with all that being said, sometimes you just see a set and it's just so dramatically overpriced. Someone's just said to me that the Fortnite battle bus is over there for 120 quid. Literally made a video yesterday where it's £60 in Costco, so they're getting double their money on that. Costco is 10 minutes from here, Leicester Costco. I drove past it on the way here. So yeah, be aware. Don't assume that the prices are going to be the best prices available. Do your due diligence. But that being said, you do see some really cool stuff that you just won't see anywhere else, and sometimes you just have to take the plunge and pay that little bit more, knowing that you get to take the set home with you there and then. You can see the box isn't damaged, you can see that it's legit. I'm always a little wary buying on eBay because you're never quite sure, are you? It took all the willpower I had last weekend not to take a Batwing home for exactly £220, and they have a Batwing for £220. I'm going to have to fire up the willpower again. And also that Mickey and Minnie Mouse set is one I know that Anna wants, and that's a that's another temptation. We're lucky she's not with us, and I also like the VW camper above it as well, so there's some little gems on this one. We've also got some cool brickheads that you don't see at every show. The Homer Simpson and Krusty the Clown one, I've never seen at an event before, hence it's priced the way it is. And we've got some poly bags and bits and bobs down here. Another tower bridge. That's the second tower bridge I've seen today, at a completely different price to the first one. Both of them way more than, I mean, Anna bought hers at a convention before Christmas for $250. It's $380 there. I think it was $450 over here. There you go, we're doing a live price comparison. Over here, the same set is, actually it's cheaper here. It's $325 on this one, $350 over there. No, $380 over there, sorry. $250 and I got it for. So that's what I mean. The prices can vary wildly, because that same stall where we're saying Tower Bridge is too expensive, that Batwing price at $220, the reason I nearly bought it last weekend is because I looked it up online, and that's basically what it goes for on eBay. They've also got the London bus that I bought the other week for $145 and thought I had got an incredible deal. They've got it for $150, so about the same. So even with the same trader, some of their stuff is really competitively priced and some of it is wildly overpriced. Have I made my point? And all that being said, I'd now like that carousel, please. Look at it, it's so beautiful. Some very cool stuff on there. And then again, we've got the usual sea of minifigs and smaller sets on the front, and then some bigger bits and bobs at the back. Newer stuff on this one, but that carousel is... See, that carousel, I can't see the price tag properly. It says it's £200. I can only assume that's pre-owned, because if that's brand new at 200, I kind of owe it to the world to buy that, because that's an amazing deal, I think. I need to do some Googling, but I also need a closer look. It must be pre-owned for it to be that cheap, I think. Back to looking at some of the stuff on display. We've got a cool Ghostbusters sign, some brick heads down the bottom here, and some more art bits, lots of snazzy little mosaic things. And there we have the Jazz Club and a few of bits. Again, this one obviously got some more of the more current stuff, some of it priced quite well, but then this is also the stall that's got Fortnite Battle Bus for $120, so some of it not priced so well. I'm seeing a lot of that over the last few weeks. That's quite a cool set that I do like the look of. And then we've got a bunch of their promo, gift with purchase, bits and bobs down the bottom here, including some of the, they've got the little soapbox racer kit, which is a set that I do like, that came out in January, I think. Some cool bits. What I would say is a lot of it has got an extra £1 or £2 tapped onto it for making a little bit of profit margin, so be aware. Another example of that, we've got Tudor Corner up there for $225, which obviously you can still pick up from the Lego store, but we do have Corner Kiosk, which you can't. That was the gift with purchase that came with it, and it's kind of the only way to get it now is to pick it up at an event like this or on eBay. Got some Star Wars bits and pieces on there as well, and then some more of the display bits next to it. It is worth pointing out as well that an event like this is a little bit different to an event like the one in Birmingham a few weeks ago when it comes to the stuff that's still available at retail. Tudor Corner as an example, that's a Lego store exclusive. If you don't have a way to buy online, which for some people they don't have a way to buy online, if you're cash only, there is no Leicester, I live in the Leicester area, there is no Lego store within an hour's drive of here. So if you don't have a way to buy online, don't have a car, can't get to a Lego store, you might look at Tudor Corner for £225, you can buy it in cash near your house and take it home. So it is kind of providing a service for you. I think we have to remember it's not necessarily people like me who travel to the Lego store once a week and buy online all the time. They're never expecting me to buy that. Is it a little bit opportunistic? For an extra 25 quid, I'm not so sure. I'd like to see it at retail, especially when they've got Tudor Corner and the gift for purchase that came with it. You can buy the two. You could buy the two of them at launch for £200. You could price Tudor Corner up for 200, still sell your Corner Kiosk for 40, and like I say, negotiate. I spy some Bricklink designer program stuff, including the general store that I have got my eye on, at a much better price than it was over the other side of the room. So we're making a mental note of that one. We may well be looping back around. I am conscious as I'm walking around as well, general entry has now started and it is noticeably getting busier and busier in here. So as I still haven't done a complete lap yet, there's a chance that some of the really good stuff is already gone because the event's been going an hour. Parking at Loughborough University, absolute nightmare, and then couldn't find the building they were in, so I didn't get in until like half an hour after they started. So I might have missed the really good stuff right at the start. A few more bits at the back there, but what's caught my eye is all these poly bags, and in particular, CMFs. So we've got the Simpsons ones there, we've got various older series ones, we've got the Looney Tunes ones at the back. The Muppets. You can never have too many Muppets in a Lego city. There we have the Disney train and station at a much better price than it was over the other side of the room, which does make it very, very tempting. That's a cool set as well. And we've got the big Death Star at the back there, which I've seen that for over £1,000 at these events before. So this one seems like they've got some pretty competitive pricing, which is jolly nice. In fact, there you go. Look how low the Yellow Submarine is. I am on the verge of just going for it here and now because I think that's the cheapest I've ever seen it at an event. I also like the little oil rig windmill thing, and I really like that creator house back there as well. There's some really cool sets on here at some really good prices. In fact, there's my London bus that I got a good deal on the other week, less than I paid for it. This stall, great pricing. These little Ninjago mini builds are awesome, and that's actually pretty reasonably priced. £80 for a set of 4. I was going over there to call them monsters for pricing them at £80 each, but it's actually £80 for all 4, and that is a good deal. I think that's less than Anna bought them for last year. They were available as insider rewards, but I think Anna picked them up on eBay because I stole all the points and used them for discounts on sets because I'm a monster. Got some more of the builds here, including lots more little brickhead things, and now I can loop back around here because there's a bit more space, and we can see some of these very cool built sets. You don't see a lot of built stuff for sale at conventions, but it is quite cool when you see it. That's a nice set. I like that a lot. We have another minifig army preparing to take over the world. So many minifigs. Goodness me. And a big car at the back. That set is one I've had an eye on for a while. Very tempted. I don't know if that's a good price for it or not. The box is smashed up, so I'm hoping that means it's a discounted price. And as someone who doesn't care about boxes and just throws them away, that's my opportunity. I've not got £500 to spend today though, so I'm not even going to explore it further. Because if I find out it is a deal, I'm going to be heartbroken when I can't take it home with me. And on the topic of things I'd really like to take home with me, we've got the Batwing there for £210, which is now reaching the point where that's getting below eBay prices now. And it's becoming the point where it's almost financially irresponsible not to buy it. This is a set that I really wanted to grab a couple of last year because there's a really good rebrickable of it. But you need 2 of them. It's a good price, but I need 2 of them. It's no use to me just as one on its own like that. I need a second one. So if we can see a second one of them at a good price, we might make a move. And again, talking of things that I want, they have the Bricklink construction site, which I look at every event. And that castle is very snazzy as well. Oh, there's some nice stuff on this one. Some very nice bits and bobs, including multiple flavours of the big mechanical camel, depending on which one you've got your eye on. And another Death Star, which is cheaper than the one over there. We've got some more pick-a-brick here, but this one's a little bit more organised because it's sorted by piece and by colour, which I suspect makes it a bit more expensive. I'm looking for a price, but certainly much easier to find what you're looking for. On this one, I suspect, can't actually see a price for it anywhere. I'm sure there is one. Oh, there you go, Lego pick and mix bags. That's, considering it's already kind of pre-sorted, that's pretty reasonable at those prices. That's where you sign up for all the various activities and things that go on throughout the day. They've got a gaming zone over there as well. And then I think this is the last trader that I've not yet seen. Let's see if we can find any any gems on this one. I mean, it's getting on to 11:30 now. I suspect anything really good has already gone, and it's really hard for me to get close enough to actually film now. This is why I try and come in on the early bird tickets, because filming once it gets busy is a nightmare. But I've done a lap. I think I'm so tempted to go back and grab that Yellow Submarine. I'm going to do a quick Google just to check how much it is on eBay. I think it was 160 over there. If it's around that on eBay, we might take the plunge, and that can be the set that I build on our cruise next week. Got to keep the content rolling even while we're on holiday. After all, I need something to build on the cruise. In fact, before that, I must have missed this one before, because I don't remember seeing that haunted house for only $230. That seems like a great deal. And that, the train shed, the Bricklink train shed for $230 is also a great deal. I mean, Anna would love that. That is I think that's a really good price. I think there are actually quite a few good prices on this one. The treehouse as well, pretty reasonable at that price. The medieval blacksmith is another one that I really, really want. I'm actually just building the little medieval village, and I would love a blacksmith to go in it. How did I not see that stall before? That potentially changes everything. I now need to do a mega Google. I need to search up 3 different things. Just had a quick look, and all 3 of those sets that I'm pondering are roughly comparable to recent selling prices on eBay. The Yellow Submarine, the medieval blacksmith, the haunted house. They're not unreasonable. I obviously can't buy all 3. I'm supposed to be not being a maniac, and we are going on holiday in a few days, which is going to involve a trip to the Amsterdam Lego store. So I need to keep some brick budget available for that, but I am doing a slow edge back towards where the Yellow Submarine is, because we might be about to pick that up, maybe. Yellow Submarine purchased, £160, very happy with that, pretty comparable to eBay prices. It means 2 things. One, I'm now off the market for, in fact, the blacksmith. This guy here is just buying my blacksmith. I was just saying I'm now off the market for the blacksmith and the haunted house. Shows that one was a good deal as well, though, because we've literally just watched someone else pick it up as I'm picking up the thing that I wanted. But I said it means 2 things. The other thing it means, anyone married or with a partner will know what it means is I've just spent £160 on myself, so now we need to find something for Anna or she'll kill me. It also does mean a third thing. While we're on our cruise next week, expect a clickbaity video titled something like, I built a submarine in the middle of an ocean. Yes, I'm a monster. And with that, I think I'm done. It's just hit 12 o'clock. It is getting busy in there. I think if you're planning on coming to one of these events, I would recommend coming in on the early bird or coming in later on in the afternoon if you're less worried about getting the absolute best deals. Obviously, the best deals are going to be in there earlier in the day. But for me, as a man who doesn't like really, really big crowds, that hour just after general entry is not for me. So I'm going to make a quick getaway. Didn't get anything for Anna in it. I was really tempted by that haunted house, but I'm not sure she definitely wants it or would have anywhere to put it. She's got quite the backlog building up, and I did get her the love sign and the love bears yesterday, and I'll get her a massage on the cruise next week. It'll be fine. I won't be in too much trouble. The Yellow Submarine was for a video. It's a prop. It's not a Lego set for me. It's a prop for a video. But I now need to figure out where I've left my car, somewhere on the campus of Loughborough University. Hopefully I do make it home and able to edit this video. Assuming I do and you enjoyed it, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for loads more Lego content. The next convention you should expect to see us at will be Bricktastic up in Manchester in a couple of weeks' time. So if you're going to be coming along to that one, we'll see you there. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching.